Hey guys, what's up? It's me, SS95 here, back again with another video, and today, this is gonna be a little special video that, is going to celebrate me finally getting 100 subscribers. It's been a really long journey to actually get, 100 subs. And I just want to thank every single one of you before I start this video, because you guys have been with me. For those who have been with me since the beginning, and for those newcomers that are now just discovering my channel and everything, yo, I just want to thank all of you for being on this journey with me. And I hope you guys continue to support me as I try and get at least 10K. Or would it be? Yeah, it would be 10K technically, because then there's 100K, then there's... No, wait, it'd be 1K. Yeah, it'd be 1K. I'm terrible at math. My God. But what I'm going to do today is a little special and something I haven't done in a long time. Like, a really long time. And I think it's an overdue video, I think. I did this video a long time ago, back in the summer, and honestly, yes, it's a Beyblade video. What else did you guess? I did a Beyblade video a long time ago, and I talked about the protagonists of each series. I didn't cover all of the protagonists. Like, there was at least one that I missed. I got most of the information wrong, and it was just a terrible cropped up video, and it took a while for me to actually, like, finally take the time, edit, and put everything together into one video. And hopefully, I don't have to do this sort of thing again, because I really want to get my thoughts and opinions about this type of thing out there. So, for this video, we are going to be going over my top ranks, or my least to favorite Beyblade protagonists. Yeah, we're gonna be going through everyone, from the original series to Metal Saga, all the way up to Burst. Up until now, we are going to go through 25 years of Beyblade. And, oh, this is gonna be this might be a long video, but sit back, relax, and remember, this is all just my opinion. You don't have to agree with everything that I say, because nothing I say is actually a law that you have to follow. And let's get right to it. First up, starting on the list with my least favorite protagonist, and probably one of the more forgotten ones, is Sho Tenma. Does he even count as a Beyblade protagonist? I mean, if you guys remember, which I bet nobody does, if any of you remember freaking Bay Wheels and Bay Raiders, remember that was a thing? Yeah, I barely remember Sho at all. To be honest, he was basically just another, like, he's one of those lucky OC characters who basically is a ripoff of another character. And for some reason, he somewhat got popular, not really. Like, I remember I watched both Beyblade Metal Masters and Beyblade, not even Beyblade, Bay Wheels. I remember Metal Masters and Bay Wheels airing around the same time, and then Metal Fury and Bay Raiders were airing at the same time. It was weird. It was a weird time with Beyblade back in, like, 2012, 13, 14, I think. Maybe 2011. I'm not entirely too sure, actually. But yeah, I remember Sho. He was not a very good protagonist, in my opinion. Like, I like his design. I like his design. His design is fine, but other than that, though, he's a pretty forgettable character. He's just another generic protagonist that is basically just either a ripoff of Jenga and a ripoff of another character that I'm going to get into that is also somewhat my least, but also somewhat my favorite as well. But other than that, though, nothing I could say about Sho. There's not much to say, really, other than that he's basically one of those lucky OC characters that basically ended up getting lucky. But other than that, though, nobody remembers him at all. Nobody. And if you like him, okay. But if you don't, then I guess you're in the same boat with me. Next on the list is the man who is also another forgotten one, and that is Zero Kurogane. My thoughts on him are basically neutral. Like, I don't really dislike him or hate him for that matter. It's just that, like, he's just like that first attempt of switching up the protagonist for the next generation. He's definitely not like Sho. Like, he definitely didn't get like, he definitely had his moments. He had his moments where I actually thought that he was cool and that I did like him for a time. It's just that as I grew up and as the anniversary set came out, I started seeing why people didn't really like Zero that much. And to the point where there's not really much to say about him other than that, A, he's a copy of Jenga, and B, that he's basically the equivalent of Iga to Volt, which I'm going to get into that when I get to Volt or Iga. But there's not much to say about Zero other than that he's forgotten, and there's just not much to say, really. Like, I don't have that much of a personal connection with him. Like, I remember watching a couple episodes of Zero G, then I watched the final episode and was like, alright, I guess this is what they're doing. But other than that, though, not really much of a connection with Zero. I didn't really find myself being able to relate to him. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, on to the next one. Next up on the list is Drum Koryu himself, and I know what you're thinking. SS, what are you doing? Like, why don't you like Drum? Okay, I don't hate Drum, nor do I necessarily like him. Like, I like him. I'm happy that he returned back in Sparking, but definitely there was a slight problem I had with him. Just a slight little problem, and that was a fact of his character development and growth. I think if they did the same thing as Volt, where he lost a little bit more often, then it would make sense that he's extremely underpowered in Beyblade Burst Sparking. Because here's the thing. Alright. I have a problem with Drum in Sparking. Not him in GT. GT is fine for what it is. Gotchi's fine. But Sparking is a completely different story for me. I felt like in Sparking, Drum made everyone either... He made Hugo and Hikaru look like scrubs. Again, for like the 9th millionth time. But when he went up against Iga again, I was actually expecting Drum to win, but nope! He still loses! And I'm just here like, what? Are you for real? Is this what you're doing now? Like, this is just a repeat of, like, what happened when Drum faced off against Iga when Iga was using Union Achilles. I thought the battle would go, like, I thought Drum would actually win, like, see some sort of, like, character development. Like, if he's supposed to be a legend, then how is he this underpowered? Especially that he, coming off the heels of the fact that he was the protagonist of a previous series, before Hugo and Hikaru. But this on the other hand, like, what? Like, how are you going to make this dude go from making people legitimately look like scrubs to him losing again, making the same mistake as he was. It just feels like Drum basically didn't really grow that much in GT, even though he somewhat kinda did, but not really. But I was expecting him to at least beat Iga. Maybe if he lost to Volt again, I would have been fine with it. But Iga, dude? You lost to Iga again? Come on! But other than that, though, I don't necessarily hate Drum, nor do I actually like him, but I don't know. It's 50-50 for me. It's 50-50 for me, and I don't know, man. It's just Drum's whack sometimes. But other than that, though, let's go on to the next one, because I really need to talk about the next one. Oh my god. Hikaru, why? Why? Okay, for one thing, Hikaru is actually pretty cool. Like, yo, I like him a lot. I definitely do like him, not just as a character, but as a blader within of himself. Like, he definitely has a lot of, like, he's definitely, like, a genius at the most. At the most. Like, he comes up with, like, a million different strategies, and I especially love the way that he sometimes tries to help his brother, Hugo, which I will talk about later. But Hikaru, though, got so wasted. Like, yo, this dude lost one of the biggest tournaments due to the fact that, A, he had a somewhat mediocre Beyblade, like, at the most. Like, I don't know. King Helios, bro, like, he got so wasted. Hikaru is the definition of wasted potential. Because King Helios within of itself is actually pretty cool, and he could have at least he could have went farther than Hugo, but no, they for some reason gave the W to Hugo. I don't know why, but I guess reasons? I don't know. But yo, Hikaru got so wasted. At the most, why did he lose to what was around? Drum versus Cisco? I know he lost it. I think he did lose to Drum and Cisco, I think. Yeah, because it was him, Rentar. I don't know. You guys could correct me in the comment section below. But yo, he got so wasted during that round. Like, yo, he could have easily took the W, but nah, he instead got the L, bro. Why? Like, yo, what? Dude. Okay. At the most, like, Helios is actually a pretty cool and powerful Beyblade. Especially, like, I think have Hikaru lose, like, it would have made a lot more sense. Have him lose to either maybe Iga, maybe Volt, but really? Really? You're gonna make him lose in, like, the semi-final? Come on, bro. Make him lose in the finals or something. Like, bruh. Just, bruh. But, yeah, with Hikaru, though, he got so wasted in that round. Like, just, this shit, like, I was so disappointed in him. Like, if he lost to Drum, then I guess I would have been okay with it. I mean, unless he did he lose to Drum? I forgot who he battled against in one of the rounds, but like I said, you guys can correct me, but, yo, I would have been fine if he lost to Iga. I would have been fine if he lost to Volt. But seriously? Seriously? Like, yo, have him put up some sort of a fight. Come on, man. Come on. But, yo, Hikaru, man, wasted potential. I hope he improves when he gets Helios Volcano. Hopefully he improves, and hopefully, my opinion changes about him, because right now, like, Hikaru is the definition of wasted potential. I'm gonna stop saying that, but, yo, I like Hikaru, but that boy wasted. Anyway, on to the next one. Hugo, bro. Wow, okay. I need to talk about Hugo real quick. Hugo is like Volt from season 1 all the way to 2, because this man went from like 0 to 100 real quick. Like, yo, this man went from losing half the time to the Legends, and now he straight up bodies them. Like, you cannot tell me he almost bodied Volt. Like, let's be real here. He almost bodied Volt just for the fact that he learned a new special move. Like, yo, his Beyblade, Super Hyperion is like one of my favorite attack type Beyblades out there. I wouldn't say it's like the best, but it's definitely one of my more favorite ones. Like, I just I love it. Like, yo, and especially its evolution, Hyperion Burn. Like, yo, Hugo is going to be overpowered. He's going to be the, like, equivalent of Boruto, probably. And I can't believe I'm making that comparison, but yo, he's going to be overpowered. Like, this is one of the characters I want to see, like, if he's going to, like fall from grace or something. Like, yo, I will say this, though. The one thing that I do hate about Hugo is the fact that him and Drum, like, they're kind of like the same, but not really. But I don't know. Sometimes I find him annoying half the time. In a sense, I find him sometimes annoying, but he definitely does come off as funny too. So, you know, there's that. But I do like him. But his character development went from, like, down below all the way up, bro. Like, yo, he lost in the semifinals to Volt, but he lost to Volt, the first protagonist of Beyblade Burst, yo. He lost to a real legend, dog. He lost to a legend, and probably in the most fairest way possible. So, like, you know, it made sense. But, yo, Lean, when he went up against Lane, or Lean, whatever, when he went up against Lane, I thought they were gonna do, like, the whole Iga thing, and I was gonna be so scared for a second. Like, yo, if they were gonna pull that shtick again, I was gonna be like, bruh, you're seriously doing this again for, like, what, almost the ninth millionth time or something? Like, yo, come on, just keep these protagonists, like, somewhat pure in a sense, but I don't know. But I do like Hugo more than Hikaru, which, I don't know. I hope he improves throughout the rest of Sparking, and other than that, though, there's not much to say about him other than I still like Hugo, and that he is one of my more favorable, but not as much as the next one. Alright, now we're in the top 4, and to start this off, we're gonna start out somewhat strong, and we're gonna be talking about Iga Akaba, bro. Like, yo, this man, coming straight off the heels from when Volt was the protagonist, like, yo, like, what's there to say about Iga, to be fully honest? He's cool, has a cool design, has a cool Beyblade, and he's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool protagonist. I definitely say that he definitely deserved the spot of being a Beyblade legend, just for the fact that, you know, he went pretty far. I like his story arc in Burst. I know a lot of people say they did not like the whole Dark Resonance thing, but I actually did like it, and I thought that for a time, it worked for him. It did work for him, although I wish they kind of somewhat kept the fact that he still had a dark side. Maybe, like, have him continue through GT, which, I don't know, I might make a video about if Iga was still the protagonist of Beyblade Burst, but I don't know, like, there's some things I do want to switch up about Iga, but right now, he's in a pretty good spot. Like, coming off, like, right now, Infinite Achilles is out, and unfortunately, I still haven't got it yet, but I will, and it's looking sick as ever, and yo, like, I still wish Iga is definitely one of my favorite protagonists, but I definitely still wish he somewhat kind of was, because I felt like after him, then we got Drum, and then we had Hugo and Hikaru now, and it's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel the same in my opinion. Like, I felt like, okay, like, you know, you could put Iga in and then make him like swap places with Vault here and there, but I don't know. That's just me. That's just me, y'all, like, yo. But I definitely do like Iga. I like him way more than a lot of the other protagonists of Beyblade Burst, but not as much as someone that I will get into later. But other than that, there's nothing much to say about Iga other than I hope he sticks around. And on to the next one, which is going to be a little bit interesting. All right, top number 3, and this is going to be a pretty hot take. I already know I'm probably going to be in a lot of hot water for putting him up here, but I gotta say, though, I like Tyson Granger. Like, yo, Tyson is the one that really started off Beyblade. Like, he is the one who's been there since the very start of Beyblade. I gotta say, I definitely do like him going from, like, zero to, like, going from him being a nobody to a complete somebody, and definitely, I don't know, his design is definitely sick, and I love the fact that they did continue the original Baku Tenshu Beyblade, with the fact that they did, Rising, which, I gotta say, I haven't read the manga, but it still looks pretty good. I definitely did collect some of the, no, I wouldn't say MFB. That's a completely another thing. But, I definitely did collect some of the Plastic Gen Beyblades. Not when it was around, because when it was around, reasons. But I did collect the Burst variants of them, the Burst remakes, and which I gotta say, they're pretty good. I definitely do like them. I like Dragoon, and he definitely has to be one of my favorite Beyblades out there. Not my top favorite, but he's definitely one of my favorite, dragons out there. Yeah, sorry, dragon. He's definitely one of my favorite, dragons. So I love Dragoon. I love him. He's amazing. And I love Tyson, too. Especially that I kind of grew up around the time when, like, when Plastic Gen was really dying out. Like, I'd say, like, 2009, like, when MFB was first starting. And, you know, I got into it during middle school as well, and I was like, yo, Tyson is actually sick. I am actually, right now, going back and rewatching all of the episodes again, and I definitely do like him. Both in sub and his dub voice, it's all really, really good, and I definitely want to see if, like, if Burst is not going to continue, like, are they going to, like, adapt, Rising? Like, if they adapt Rising, yo, that'd be sick, bro. But, yo, that'd just be sick. But, we are now getting into the top 2. And for the second one, I got another interesting / hot take, which will definitely take you guys down a whole lane of memories. And you all definitely grew up with him. You all definitely grew up with him. You know him. You goddamn know him. You know him. You know him, alright? You know him. I don't even need to introduce him. Alright? It's already self-explanatory. We made it. We made it here. Yo. If you do not know who this man is, you have been living under a rock for basically, I don't even know how, for 25 years basically. Yo, no one can tell me that everyone was like, yo, Jenga is the beast, bro. He is the, like, original G of Beyblade. Like, he is the one everyone, either in my generation or everyone in the past, has grew up with. Like, everyone has grew up watching Jenga from Metal Fusion all the way up until Metal Masters. I mean, not Metal Masters, Metal Fury. Yo, everyone has been watching this, man. Everyone has been watching the Metal Saga. And for it to have a Burst remake is honestly like a dream come true. Honestly, like I love Jenga. I love him as a character, and I especially definitely love him in the media right now because yo, like I felt like Metal the Metal Saga definitely like should have been like MFB feels like it was like forgotten like for good. Like yo, like everybody like the moment Burst like hit the scene, everyone forgot about MFB. It was like, yo, what was MFB? The only reason you would know is that you'd still have the Beyblades, and which unfortunately I don't, but you know, there's that. But other than that though, I still love him. The only issue that I really do have with him is the fact of his dub voice, but you know, that's a whole dead horse for like another day, like yo. But that's a whole nother topic for another day. But everyone has grew up with Jenga. Everyone has grew up with him. Everyone that I know has grew up with him, and he's definitely the one that got everybody into Beyblading. I love Pegasus. Pegasus was like my like first Beyblade that I've ever like received in my whole entire life. Japanese wise, like that was like my first Takara Tomy Beyblade. It was so sick to use back then. Like my first Beyblade was Galaxy Pegasus W105 R2F, and yo, it was amazing. I loved Pegasus, and I still love him till this day. I'm definitely going to see if I can try and pick up the MFB the second remake that has Galaxy Pegasus in it, because yo, I already have Storm Pegasus. I need to get myself a Galaxy Pegasus. Same thing could be said for Dragoon Victory, but yo, I really need me a freaking Galaxy Pegasus in its Burst variation. Like yo, honestly, it's so sick that MFB is now relevant these days. Same thing goes for the Plastic Gen. I love it, but now we are about to hit our #1 spot, and what's going to come? It will either be a shocker, or it's either going to be something that has been coming for a while now. So, without further ado, let's get into my favorite Beyblade protagonist. #1 is Volt Aoi. Yo, dude, Volt Aoi has like honestly, like, I can relate to Volt so much, dude. I can relate to him so much. Like, yo, I love the fact of his character development through Burst and, like, what I've seen so far of him. And I hope he continues to grow as a character. He went from basically this kid that loses almost half the battles, half of the time, was the first protagonist to actually lose to the villain. Well, not really much of a villain, but a somewhat antagonist of the series at the time. And I love his hero's journey, dude. Like, I love it. He is the definition of having a hero's journey. He didn't start out OP. He didn't start out overpowered. No. He started out like all of us. He started out with us either being noobs or us, like, losing half the time, with us learning as we go. Like, yo, Volt is the definition of what a Blader would be like. Because for him, just to see him, like, grow throughout the series, it's so amazing to see. And from him going from, like, 0 to an absolute hero, like, dude, he is the real legend. He is the real G, dude. He is the GOAT of Beyblade Burst. And I wish that he was still the protagonist, but, you know, obviously we can't really have nice things. But why do I prefer him over Jenga and Tyson? It's just that, I don't know, like, Volt, I could just relate to him a lot more. Like, he didn't start out OP. Like, he didn't start out good. He literally lost the first battle in the first episode. And that is something that is extremely rare. If you look at Tyson, if you look at Jenga, they both won their first battle within the series, within, like, the first 5 minutes. Volt, on the other hand, it keeps things grounded in reality, honestly. Like, you could honestly, like, see yourself within Volt, to be fully honest. Like, he wasn't like Aiga, and he wasn't like Hikaru and Hugo. He definitely wasn't like Drum either. But he's the inspiration for what all Bladers should be like, and definitely, I love him as a protagonist. I love him as an anime character overall. and he's one of my favorite characters of all time. Like, I just love Volt. I love him. Like, he is just amazing. There's nothing that you could say to me to make me change my mind that Volt is one of the best Beyblade protagonists, at least in my opinion. But honestly, he's just so amazing, and I definitely wish that he still was protagonist. But I like the position that he is in right now, and I hope that he continues to improve. I love Valkyrie. Valkyrie is one of my favorite burst Beyblades of all time, and yo, I just hope that Volt and Valkyrie continue to grow and improve because, yo, honestly, I love him. I love him, man. I love him. I love Valkyrie. He's the reason why I still love Beyblade Burst. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my list of my least favorite characters, or my least favorite protagonist of Beyblade to my all-time favorite protagonist of Beyblade. Like I said, you don't have to agree with everything that I said on this list. You can have a completely different list of your own, honestly. I'm not here to change anyone's opinions, okay? But definitely just, like, respect the choices that I have and what I like. And, like, I'll give you the same respect. If you like the characters that I don't like, then that's completely fine. What I say here isn't like a law that you have to follow. You're completely entitled to your own opinion. But other than that, though, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you all for 100 subscribers, and I will continue to produce more content. Thank you all for joining me on this fantastic journey, and I will continue to make content, and hopefully it won't take 3 years to get 1K. It's going to take 3 years to get 1K, isn't it? Yeah. Well, that'll wrap it up for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.